This is my first time broadcasting on air, live. I don't know how this entire thing works, but I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'm gonna see how that goes, because I honestly, honestly don't know. I am going to give this my best shot, and I'm going to see where this goes. So today, I am, of course, playing Overwatch. So, let's see when this goes. So I don't know if you guys know about the event, because I know very well that I got that new Genji skin, and I am in love with it. Look at that. That ass though. Like, look at Genji's ass. Look at that ass. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. Alright, so usually when I play Overwatch, I have two mains. I have a Mercy. If not Mercy, then it's gonna be Reaper. Usually, Reaper is my first main, of course. That's the first character I started with in Overwatch. Mercy was second after I kind of got a little... I wanted to change it up a bit, so I was like, oh hey, let's give Mercy a try. So I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. I'm not quite sure. But what I do know for sure is that I have no regrets on having Mercy as my second main. It did take a while for me to get used to her. So it's kind of like that. I don't know, I enjoy Mercy as much as most people do. Even though she is the main for Overwatch, I am proud to play her at level 62. Technically, I have to get more skins for Mercy, because I don't have that much skins for Mercy at all. So, Bridget. So, I don't know. I kind of got used to Bridget, but then I kind of didn't get used to Bridget. I don't know. I tried playing her. I really didn't know what to do. I don't know. I have multiple favorites, but Mercy and Reaper, like I said, are my two mains. So, honestly, I'm waiting for when they move Symmetrica. What I heard is that Symmetrica is now longer going to be in support, but now as a defense. As a defense player now, which is I'm really surprised about, because, well, I don't know about if it's a right move to have her as a support. I mean, a support, yes, but for a defender, I'm not quite sure myself, because of what she, I guess, is not capable of is what I expect from people, what everyone is saying from her. So, I mean, it could be many multiple reasons why Symmetrica shouldn't be a support. I mean, she could be one. I'm not hating on Symmetrica. I love Symmetrica. She's like a beast, and I'm in love with her. I understand that, but at the same time, it's kind of like having a puppy run around wild, and you just can't have a puppy running around wild. If not, it's gonna get hurt. But I don't know. This season of Overwatch, I can't wait. The event for this Overwatch is pretty amazing, I gotta admit, even though I still don't have the new Reaper skin, which I want really bad, but still don't have it. But soon we'll get it. Soon. So we'll see where that goes. I'm not quite sure about how to get the skin. I am struggling to get it. And I don't know where to get it at or like what to do. I went to Legendary in the event and still didn't get the Reaper skin no matter how hard I tried. So, I mean, it could just come to that I might get it if I go to a certain level. Excuse me. Or if I'm in a certain type of event. But so far as I know, I have not came across. The only thing that I probably was able to get the entire game was a new Genji skin. And I wasn't too sure if I wanted to spend 3,000 yummies on it, but I ended up spending 3,000 on Genji's new skin. After I realized that I could have perfectly got it in that loot box, but I wanted at least a skin from the event. So I ended up buying Genji skin. Do I have any regrets? No, I do not. I have no regrets on buying Genji skin. I mean, Genji is my third main. I am still learning how to play him. I am learning my best. I played him during the competition event, or like whatever you say, the competitive series. I got a few people pissed at me because I didn't know how to use Genji at the beginning, of course. But now that I know that that Genji could have reflexes, unbelievable. You could reflex anybody's attack, such as Hanzo, when he has his dragon out, you could affect that. Bridget, when she throws anything at you, you could deflect that. If Tracer throws anything at you, you could also affect that. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, if you know how to handle Genji and work Genji, you'll be an excellent Genji. But as for me, I'm not that well with Genji, so it's really hard to use Genji. But at the same time, I know for a fact that if I practice and practice, I can do it. But again, it is hard sometimes to do Genji if you don't know what you're doing. You need to try your best. For example, you could even deflect that, but you have a small window opening when he does that. And when he does that, that's when you could do it. But if he does that before you have the chance to deflect his arrow, then I don't know, you'll die, like ASAP. There's no doubt about it. So that's why Genji, his reflexes are probably one of the most beautiful things in humanity, besides anything else. But I mean, Hanzo is Alright, I mean, Hanzo is, of course, Genji's brother. We all know the origin about it, and how Hanzo killed Genji because of such. And it misunderstood. I like Reaper. Alright, so that's for Genji. Reaper, he's something. I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, I really don't know what to say about him. All I could say is that his new skin, Soldier 48, I think 49, 69, I don't know, something like that, some number, I have no freaking idea, is his new skin. Now, I was reviewing his new skin and I came across a video, and it is a video of explaining that I guess the team redid Reyes's voices. So the voices that you already have, so as a regular Reaper, like Hellfire Reaper or Frozen Reaper, all have different, has, you know, it's deep, very attractive voice. But when you're Reyes's, you actually have him talk regular. And sometimes, I don't know if it's the Reaper skins that talk regular. I think it is. But what I do know is that they have made something new with Reaper. I am not quite sure. I honestly don't know anything about the entire Reaper skin or the Reaper's voice. All I do know is that Blizzard ended up remaking the entire voice lines that Reaper has and that what he has, and how his voices sound normal even in his Reaper form, which is pretty amazing. Because I remember the fact when everyone was super soaked about Reaper's skin, like his actual normal human skin, and when the Reaper origin came out and how his voice sounded was, well, really attractive. Don't get me wrong, in his Reaper version his voice is also attractive, but I don't know, I feel like maybe it's not the best idea to change his voice that much. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong, I love how his voice changed. I just really don't know if I can resist it any much longer because, well, it's Reaper. What do you expect, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's what's going on right now. Hello, Vampire Princess, and welcome to my channel. I have at least one view in my channel. Like I said, I'm not much of a person to have a lot of people into it because, well, I'm not one to have a lot of people. I mean, if you can, please share my YouTube channel with anybody or anyone that you can. I think, honestly, now since this is my first being live, I am going to start doing this more, and hopefully I could actually do some good with my YouTube channel. But I know for a fact that's gonna get very hard if I don't do it right. Now, for example, I know for a fact that everyone in this entire game pretty much hates Tracer. Now, if you don't know who Tracer is the one that just killed me right now. So, Tracer is a really good person if you know how, if you really want to reflex damages. But as everyone knows, if there's a Tracer and if there's a Tracer that's really good, everyone will try to kill it. Tracer is a character in Overwatch that is very frustrating, in my opinion. I mean, if you know how to play her, then go ahead. I mean, no harm done, right? But like at the same time, it's really funny knowing that you could get so mad at Tracer for the most dumbest reasons. It's funny. It's not stupid, but it's funny because you realize that you could be like a minute into this game. You could be a minute into this game and already be frustrated enough with Tracer. That's the Tracer effect. And what I heard from many Tracer effect people who gets affected by Tracer wants to kill Tracer, and Sally can't because it is impossible to kill Tracer if you don't know how to do it. Now, Tracer could be really irritating if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing, then you should be fine. But then again, certain people, I came across a lot of toxic people that just loves to be bitches. Excuse my language. Who love to be jerks on Overwatch and causes the most, maybe, heart attack if anything. So it comes to the point where you get mad. So exactly, this is what Overwatch pretty much is. You have to stop the payload, defend the payload. Oh yes, overtime. So this is where Overwatch things get pretty awesome. When you're Mercy, you're allowed to bring people back from the dead, which is pretty goddamn amazing in my honest opinion, because you can have the most powerful team and you can have people who are, I mean, come to the point where you could go against a lot of people and nobody pissy if you don't know. If you don't know that by then. But Overwatch could be a very, very competitive game. That's why there's a competitive series of Overwatch. So this is something that could piss a lot of people off if you don't know what you're doing. Oh! So, as you can tell, it is kind of a little frustrating. Like, I want to scream into my internal soul because this goddamn Junkrat just killed me and I could have deflected it if I knew what I was doing. Honestly, I'm not too quite sure about any of this anymore. I mean, I want to go somewhere with this gameplay. I mean, that's what I had in my plan. But so far, I'm not quite sure. if it's a good idea or not. I mean, as long as I get like a few people looking at my broadcast or anything like that, I'll be super happy. I mean, just one person looking at my YouTube channel right now watching me gameplay makes me feel pretty badass, I'm gonna admit that. But I know for a fact that it could be very, very frustrating. That's the thing about being Mercy. Is you can try your very best to kill a tank. I mean, it's not recommended, but it could be a thing if you know how to use Mercy and mess around with her. But like I said, it all depends on how you play. Mercy, and if you want to risk yourself, that's the thing that you have to do. Is if you feel like you can't revive your partner or your teammate in time because you're surrounded by a lot of people, then okay, I understand that, because well, it's frustrating because you don't know if you'll be able to make it in time. I guess you could say being a Mercy who is at level, I believe, 62. Don't quote me on that. Yes, 62. It's very interesting, honestly. I mean, there's many things that you could be. I give you an example. I'll give you a tour on Overwatch and all the characters. First I have to, oh, I forgot I'm in a team. Well, that's not going to be happening anytime sooner. So I'm gonna give this guy a try. I haven't tried him yet, and he looks, never mind. So that's what it means, not enough players. If there is not enough players who would want, you know, to play. So if you guys don't know, this is Reaper. This is my skin for him. He is my husband, ASAP. Like, he's just my husband. So this is where everyone is. This is Reyes. This is him. This is the actual person. And Soldier 24 is the Reaper skin that is in the event right now. And in that way, there's his voice lines. But I'm gonna try this out. I have not tried this yet. So let me see how this goes. Alright, so I guess it's the same. I guess I just have to update my Overwatch to get his regular voice. I don't know if being Reaper and then his regular voice is there. Honestly, I'm not quite sure. But I know for a fact that Reaper's voice did change because I saw a video on it. So I'm curious to see what do they mean that his voice changed. I don't know what they mean by that. I'm guessing his actual voice is normal than his Reaper voice. Okay, so everyone left. Alright. Everyone left and I'm the only one in this place. And there's many people in this game. And I am by myself. Because, well, I'm guessing many people don't want to play. You get that sometimes when you play Overwatch. You get people who, oh, they have a Sombra. Yes, I was correct. And I'm by myself. And I don't know where there are. I mean, I could guess. Ooh, but honestly, I have never been up here before. Ooh. I mean, I tried to make friends with an enemy once. It was pretty funny. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Alright guys, so I'm gonna give a shout out to Vampire Princess. Shout out to her. I'll put her name in the link below so you guys could follow her. And subscribe and like this video. Subscribe, my minions. Subscribe. And subscribe to Vampire Princess that I will put down in the link again in the description. Until then, I will be watching over you, and I hope you guys have a perfect night, and I hope you guys enjoy this video of Overwatch. And I'll see you guys later then.